name's Az18. Thank you for checking out this video, guys. And as you guys all know, the race between me and number one enemy is coming closer and closer. We're both now getting our cars ready. Unfortunately, he broke his car. I just need to service my car. So over the next couple of days, I need to do like the air filter, oil, gearbox, and the diffs, just to make sure everything's back up and running and everything's all smooth. So today, what we need to do is we need to just do the engine oil and the filter. Nothing crazy, nothing serious, but it's all those little steps getting the car ready towards the big race between me and Morgan's SS. So the worst thing about this as well is that, so I've got an engine oil flush at the moment. It's pretty much to break down, it's like a little bit of methanol with a whole bunch of chemicals just to break down the oil a little bit if there's any sludge build up in the motor. With Evos, you got to change the oil every 5,000 kilometers anyway, so it's pretty hard to get a sludge build up in them anyway. But what we need to do is we need to jack the car up. So we have to get the scissor jack, to get the trolley jack, to get the jack stands, and then everything's gonna be really, really hot. So I've put on some just dinger clothes, so footy shorts, socks, and a singlet, nothing crazy here. But what we need to do is we need to get the car in the air, we need to get the oil out. Another thing is that I've changed some settings on my G7X. If you can notice the difference between the field depth, quality, frame rate, let me know, because I did do a little bit of research on it to try to improve the camera to its optimal ability for you guys in the vlogging. But what we're going to do, I'm putting on gloves. The thing with Mitsubishi Evo motors, they stay hot for so long. So we're going to whap on some gloves, going to take off the sump plug, oil filter. Let's just get into it. I must have eaten my wheat bix last time I did this. Thank you. So because there's also going to be a lot of oil still sitting at the top of the motor, I'm going to give this a little bit of a clean down. We're going to run some of the new oil through the top of the motor just to maybe flush out any of that old oil. If anyone is curious to know what oil I do run in my Evo, I run 1040 fully synthetic STP, as you guys all would have seen on my Twitter. So we need to pop through a little bit of this just to flush through anything that may have been lingering. So as you can see, obviously the car is on an angle and the sump bolt is just on this side of the sump. So there's a lot of oil sitting on that side of the sump at the moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the old oil filter off. I'm going to let that drain out a little bit. We're going to drop the car back on the ground so then the car is even. We might even jack up that side a little bit so then the sump bolt gets opened up a bit. We're going to put a little bit more oil through just to flush it all out. New sump washer, sump bolt, oil filter, top her up. See how she goes. Alrighty, so car back on ground, flat surface, new oil in just to flush out any of the old oil. I think that can stay under there, we're gonna find out. I'm not too sure. So obviously we can't put the car to the ground because it's going to crush my oil pan, but what we're going to do now, we're going to put a bit more of this through just to get any of that old shitty oil out. I mean, the oil's only been in it for 4,000 K, so it's not really like it's hell old or sludgy, but I'm just really, really particular when it comes to everything on this car, you know? So the oil filter that Evo's run is called a Z436 in the brand of Ryco. So this in particular Ryco filter is called a Syntec. The biggest difference that this filter does is that it does filter immaculately, but the biggest thing between this one and like a standard oil filter on a vehicle is that after like 1,000, 2,000 kilometers, when your standard oil filters, they can start to get clogged up and they don't filter as efficiently. That's where this thing really stands out, is that it will filter efficiently really, really good, and especially because they're only on there for 5,000 K. It's good for 15,000, but Evos get done every 5,000 kilometers. So we're going to slap on the new oil filter. Obviously, you got to put a little bit of oil on the seal here, so you can see this little rubber seal. We're going to slap a little bit of oil on there so it's got a good, really good seal when it goes back on the motor. Then we're going to fill it up with oil. So obviously I need to put on a new sump washer, but as you guys all seen, I dropped the bolt in the pan, so we need to just put something there, just so we don't get oil on the driveway. And then that can just weep a little bit more as we get the sump bolt back out of the pan. And we'll chuck a new washer on it. Alright, new washer on the bolt. So if you guys are curious to know as well, the old oil, like old engine oil, if you chuck it into a sealed container, you can take it down to an automotive company called Super Cheap Auto, and you can actually recycle your oil down there. So instead of taking money to a tip, what we're going to do is we're just going to tighten that up, seal it up, and fill it up with oil. So Evos take just under 5 litres of engine oil, but what I'll do is we'll get the car back flat, we'll run the car, go up the road, come back, pull it into the driveway whilst all the oil is returning back to the sump. We'll check the diff oil on the front, the back, the gearbox oil. We'll just make sure all the fluids are good. Even though I'm going to be changing them, I just want to make sure they're fine. And then once all the oil is returned to the sump, we'll see if we need any more engine oil, or if it's good, check if the sump bolt and oil filter are leaking, and then that could almost be a wrap. So let's just get it back on the ground. Alright, let's start her up and see if we can hear any weird noises. Probably would also help if I put the fucking oil cap back on. So obviously, because all the oil is currently in the oil pump and at the top of the motor and the cams and the lifters and all that sort of stuff, so what we need to do is we need to just wait 5-10 minutes to let all the oil return back to the sump so we can get an accurate reading. While I'm doing that, I'm going to check the gearbox fluid and the diffs to make sure that they're all topped up and in good shape. Yeah, so that's definitely low, and I thought it was low as well because I felt a little bit of crunchiness coming out of that. Okay, that definitely needs to be topped up. 3 ATF fluid. Okay. I don't know if I want to use that, to be honest. I really don't know if I want to use it. I would much prefer to use 8190. Sorry, 8140. That's fucking low too. That makes me concerned. So it's supposed to be here. At best it's meant to be here. But again, same thing. Obviously the car was just in motion, so the diff was going to probably have a little bit more fluid in it than it's supposed to right now, so we might wait on that one as well. So we're just going to hang out and chill, probably bring the pulsar back in, and I've got to get all those fluids back to where they need to be. So the rear diff fluid's not really come up at all, so I'm actually going to be running Dex 6 in it. So what Dex 6 is it's a fully synthetic equivalent of what Dex 3 is. It's just a better quality for it, and I'd prefer to be running Dex 6 because Dex 3 does Dex 2, Dex 3 and Dex 6. They all work well, so we're going to put that in. She's getting there, she's getting there. The only other thing I've got to do now is the diffs and the gearbox and the air filter. Now you might be asking why the air filter might seem significant, but my current setup on the car is set up so it's actually slower. This might make weird sense, I don't know, but I'm not actually kidding. The current setup for the air intake on this car is designed to be slower. I'm going to be putting my faster air intake system back on. It just means I've got to change a few things in the engine bay to get it back to there. So, but I got other things to do, guys. So this was obviously part one of getting the Evo ready for the race. I hope you guys are rooting for Team Evo. In the comments below, Team Evo, Team SS, let me know, V8 or import. Let me know in the comments who's got more support behind them, guys. Thank you very much for checking out this little journey. And it's a bit of an insight, as obviously for a lot of you guys that don't know, I work in the automotive industry, and I do have knowledge, obviously, how to do all this sort of stuff with my own cars. But pretty much everything on this car I've done myself. So, guys, if you liked the video, don't forget to leave a big thumbs up. And if you haven't already, don't forget to smash that subscribe button, guys. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter, guys. My name's Az18. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you later.